Daily Horoscope, the 22nd of December 2016. Daily Horoscope for Aries. Ruling planets: Mars, Pluto. You are extremely competitive at the moment, but you need to pick your battles wisely, as you may be going after the wrong people. A little more careful analysis and investigation would be a good idea under the circumstances. At present, you will find that some of the energy you had to work will be redirected now to a relationship that is calling for some sort of regeneration. Perhaps you've buried yourself in your work and are now seeing that this requires immediate attention. Chatty deafness seems to become more prevalent amongst people, so having any sort of logical discussion isn't exactly the easiest of things when people seem to be zoned out at present. Your patience will be tested, and the downside is that you may actually like someone but could find it a little too much when dealing with their insensitivity. Daily Horoscope for Taurus. Ruling planets: Venus. You are worried by professional and work matters today. There is something mysterious or nebulous about what's going on, an undercurrent you can't quite put your finger on. A mystery is only that which isn't understood. So get to work now and investigate those things which you've swept under the rug for too long, and you may just get to the bottom of it. Your feelings and emotions are aroused and will find a satisfactory outlet through present or new attachments. Should situations permit, this may be the time for engagements or marriage. Social functions, invitations, and receiving of flowers or gifts are highlighted. One may also look forward to a prosperous time for finances or investments, but the question has to be asked: are you truly working passionately at what you love? Horoscope for Gemini. Ruling planets: Mercury. If you are unstable in your relationship and would like more response from your lover or spouse, ask for what you want. You could feel destabilized as the current environment changes. Adjustment is your key word, and don't forget the concept of survival of the fittest. You need a restart on a business relationship, even though you're reluctant to do it. You need to assume a dominant posture. Things are hotting up in a positive way for you professionally. A promotion is likely, or at least that long-awaited pay rise. On the social front, a friend who's been going through hard times finally gets relief, and this is cause for celebration. Daily Horoscope for Cancer. Ruling planets: Moon. Taking a gamble and a friend could pay off now, but of course, you need to trust that friend. And if someone is trying to force or coerce you into helping them out when your intuition doesn't feel right about that, then you know what the answer is, don't you? Your role in the workplace could also be under some sort of nebulous cloud during this particular cycle, so you need to get clarification rather than assuming things will be as they always have been. Your decisions and judgment should be based on the appropriate information you acquire from the correct sources. Don't jump to conclusions on any matter. You have a secret that you are keeping from someone close to you, and this could be creating some tension. What are you really afraid of, and why? Information from an unexpected source could, however, help you in this respect, so don't give up on the solution just yet. Daily Horoscope for Leo. Ruling planets: Sun. You feel so right today, as if the world is your oyster and you have an answer to every question. Confidence is your ally now, and you can impress others with your joyous, outgoing nature and attract respect and admiration. You're feeling confident even though some of the planets could be tempting you to feel down about some of your less than desirable character traits. Remain positive. More of the negative and the positive. You have to reverse your awareness and look to the good. Eliminating aspects of your personality and lifestyle are essential now if you're going to find happiness. The test of your generosity will be apparent in the not-so-distant future, and this will augment your life. You may be thinking of some journey or stepping out of the hustle and bustle of life for a while. Not a bad move. Daily horoscope for Virgo. Ruling planets, Mercury. If you can tighten your belt, you're likely to gain some lucky financial breaks. You can communicate serious issues in a lighter, more relaxed fashion. This will ensure the response you want. Calls or communications become more frequent during this cycle and your plan becomes more concrete. Your duties now involve transportation matters and the ability to speak or communicate clearly. This is a time for precision. Can't afford to be lax in going over the details of a proposal or a plan you have in mind. Illness or technical problems stimulate adaptation and adjustments. That sloppiness and lack of attention to detail increase these problems no end. Daily horoscope for Libra. Ruling planets, Venus. If you are feeling intellectually inferior, you need to do something about that. Extending and expanding your understanding of different subjects is imperative at present. You'll regain any lost confidence. If your health is failing a little, it may do with a decadent attitude and bad thinking habits. If this is the case, there is a need for change. Joint financial affairs and investments are likely to be an issue at this time, and it is a good time to clarify each party's expectations and to take care of legal business, insurance, wills, and so on. On a personal level, there is a desire to intensify the level of intimacy and honesty in your closest relationships. This may not be easy if the person you're dealing with has unresolved issues from their own past. You would have to be patient until they are open enough to share their feelings with you. Daily horoscope for Scorpio. Ruling planets, Pluto, Mars. You're more interested in the deeper mysteries of life today, but don't let that distract you from the practical affairs that you must tackle now. This could include financial issues that you are at loggerheads over with someone close. If you haven't laid down the terms of engagement previously, you must learn to start doing that now, otherwise, these financial issues may keep rearing their ugly heads. An emotional experience with an employer will have a positive and uplifting effect on your workplace situation and improves your mental attitude. There can be retaliation within a relationship which makes you very volatile today. You probably have good reason to feel like this, but find an alternative way which can calm the situation. Daily horoscope for Sagittarius. Ruling planets, Jupiter, Neptune. If you are contemplating some sort of new business idea, you should factor in additional expenses for government, legal and accounting measures. Taking a risk seems to be the order of the day. However, you can't act alone. Your plans may be thwarted. You could be feeling down about money, in particular, the fact that you have no control over the way someone close to you is managing their end of the deal. You know you can't hit them over the head with a sledgehammer, but have to think creatively about how you can change their poor financial habits. On another note, you'll be grateful for the opportunity that is presented to you today, even though you realize that you have a lot of hard work ahead of you. Don't be scared to take on what may at first appear to be an insurmountable task. Daily horoscope for Capricorn. Ruling planets, Saturn, Uranus. Experiences on the home front may be causing you some sort of emotional distress. This could relate to an older female member of the family, or simply the fact that you don't have the space you need to be yourself and to explore those creative avenues that have been obstructed over the past few months. Balancing the needs of others in your family with your own needs will be a tricky issue now. You should find increased activity in regard to money or material resources now. You may be more impulsive with spending or with using your tools or possessions, but because you are more aggressive than usual, you could also make significant gains. Earnings at this time are likely to be due to your own personal efforts and leadership. There may be some conflicts over ownership, and personal items or possessions may be damaged or require some repair now. Daily horoscope for Aquarius. Ruling planets, Uranus, Saturn. Seek out your allies today. You will have your feet squarely planted on the ground in order to gain someone else's support now. You could feel as if your mind is being straitjacketed by mundane and conservative folk, but create an alliance of like-minded people and you can achieve positive results from your ideas. You have some drama in your relationships, but that is passing. Nonetheless, it will still affect you and make you less than effective in other areas of your life. Having the tendency now to moodiness and sentimentality distracts you from the more noble attributes of successful living. If, as you would like to think, you have free will, then control your thoughts. Attempting this will bring your attention clearly to the difficulty of the job at hand, but you must stand as master rather than slave to your mind. The benefits will be peace as well as material success. Daily horoscope for Pisces. Ruling planets, Neptune, Jupiter. Finances may draw your attention and you may organize or simplify money matters that involve sharing, taxation, borrowing or lending. Your understanding and views on life are stimulated and enlivened now. You may read some thought-provoking material, travel to a distant place, teach, or learn something in a class, all which again may be linked to financing. You are opening your mind to higher levels of thought. Religious or philosophical matters draw your attention and you begin to formulate ideas on major issues. Success is in a way of philosophical science, and your thinking is the basis of how well you do in this area of life. You may accept an invitation to a theatrical event or some unusual type of entertainment, but you may be disappointed if it doesn't happen to be your cup of tea.